Hey everybody, this is Chris Estrada for IndyRacingRevolution.com. We are now just one day away from the start of the 2010 IZOD IndyCar Series season over in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Unfortunately, Sunday is going to be a really busy day because qualifying has been postponed until tomorrow morning. I believe the start time is going to be 7:30 a.m. for qualifying, followed by the Sao Paulo Indy 300 at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. That's when Versus will pick up the coverage on television. This is happening because of the slippery surface of that Sambadromo straightaway that caused so much problems, so many incidents today during the three practice sessions. I believe I heard during the IMS Radio Network broadcast that I believe it was like 8 or 9 cars sustained damage as a result of spinning on that Sambadromo straightaway that holds the start-finish line as well. So you can imagine just what kind of mayhem could ensue if 24 cars come out of turn 11, take the green flag with an incredibly slick surface as it is. Fortunately, from what I'm hearing, they've got diamond grinders on that track right now as we speak. So hopefully that will help give the drivers some more traction than they had today. It was not an uncommon sight to see cars just multiple times looking like they were drifting before they wove themselves down to get through the S of Samba complex, turns 1 and 2. And the in-car cameras showed almost everybody sawing their wheels back and forth, back and forth. So definitely not an ideal situation. And you got to feel for Tony Kottman, the track designer, for this course because this is not a bad course. Is it a great course? I don't think it's a great course, but it's not a bad course. We've seen worse in the past. There are some areas of the track that I see are too narrow, the S de Samba, like I mentioned, and also the turn 7 to 8 complex. But there are multiple passing zones there, and that backstretch, that nearly mile-long backstretch, it is a monster. I believe I watched Dario Franchitti on a lap on the IndyCar.com video, and I must have counted for like 18, 19 seconds before he finally started to get the car woed down to get through turn 11. So there's definitely some memorable parts of this course. So right now, I would give this a 5 or a 6. The Sambadromo incident, it's embarrassing, but if this diamond grinding works out, then I'm more than willing to raise my grade up. I don't think it's the worst course we've ever seen. So let's keep the faith on that part. Some other things to look at as far as the practices go. Gotta give a shout out to Andretti Autosport. 3 of their cars, yeah, 3 of their cars were able to get into the top 10 in 2 of the 3 practice sessions. The first practice session had Tony Kanaan and Ryan Hunter-Reay in the top 6. Second practice session had Tony Kanaan, Ryan Hunter-Reay, and Marco Andretti in the top 7. And those 3 drivers in the third practice session ended up getting into the top 9. So they seem to be surging. And also, you also have to take notice of the effort from Alex Tagliani and the Fast Race team. Their first day as an IndyCar Series squad on the track, and they wound up doing very good. I believe they finished in the top 10 in all 3 of their practice sessions. So keep an eye out for the number 77 car on race day. So he's a dark horse. The Andretti cars are a dark horse. You also have to look out for Justin Wilson for Dry and Reinbold Racing, the number 22 Z-Line Designs car. And also Rafa Matos, the Brazilian from the Luso Dragon de Ferrin Motorsports team in that number 2 car. I think he could have a say in this as well. But all of those drivers will have to chase down the Penske and Ganassi cars as usual. Scott Dixon, the number 9 Target Ganassi car, was P1 in the first and second practice sessions, and Will Power from Team Penske was P1 in the final practice session. So again, while a lot of things have been happening in Sao Paulo, the status quo still hasn't quite changed, but the gap seems to have been closing up, and we are going to have plenty of dark horses to keep an eye on for this race tomorrow. Another thing to keep an eye out for basically is rain. We are expecting, from what I'm seeing on the online, the forecasts, rain may be in the forecast. I thought I saw like a 60-70% chance of scattered thunder showers in there. How is that going to work out? How's that going to affect things? Will that bring other people into the fray, like say Mike Conway from Dry and Reinbold or Takuma Sato, EJ Bizo from KB Racing Technology? Would the rain bring in even more dark horses for the Ganassi and Penske cars to deal with? And not only that, just the biggest priority right now is the diamond grinding. Will that allow drivers to get traction on that Sambadromo straightaway? Because if you saw the video, it just was not pretty, and like I said, it's an embarrassing thing for the league, especially in its season opening race. So we'll have to check that out, and that's going to be the big thing on Sunday, especially at the start. Like I said, 24 cars on that concrete straightaway, even with diamond grinding. How is that going to look when they get everything roaring when the green flag drops? Are we going to see spinouts? Are we going to see wrecks? Tomorrow could be a really major mess here in Sao Paulo. So that's all we're going to have to look forward to. Again, the Sao Paulo Indy 300 will go on television at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Before then, qualifying will take place 4 hours before then at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. I believe IndyCar.com will be carrying that on their race control feature. And before that, obviously, the 15-minute warm-up session. I believe that's at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. So busy day in Sao Paulo and a busy day for all of us IndyCar fans. Be sure to keep track of everything on IndyRacingRevolution.com. I'll have a live blog of the race going on around 11:30 or 11:45 a.m. Eastern Time. So keep an eye out for that as well, and follow along with me, talk some smack, and let's hopefully enjoy an entertaining 2010 season opening race. Let's just hope the carnage is kept at a minimum. I'm Chris Estrada for IndyRacingRevolution.com. See you guys tomorrow.